Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to ISM Raceway for the 30th event, 31st race of the season. By the way, the officials elected to not have caution flags for this race. They're treating it as if it's a short track. I consider it a 1 mile oval. It's kind of more of an intermediate. It's kind of its own thing, actually. But they're deeming it falls under short track road course rules, so no caution flags. If there's an incident here at Phoenix, they believe the drivers have an adequate amount of room to make evasive maneuvers. Andrew Rich wins the coin toss for the fourth time out of his 6 heat victories. This marks the first time Cavi will start on the outside row. He won the heat race back at Trenton. He started on the pole, so this is the first time Cavi will be on the outside. Row 2 is RJ Bishop and Johnny Gardner. Bishop, a driver looking to get higher up in the top 20, and Gardner, a driver at the top of the no-win drivers on the season, looking for that first win of the season. He is. Row 2 is Dylan Young and Casey Nanako. We know Nanako would love to get a heat win, and Young would love to chomp away at the points lead Matthew Logan holds, and he might have a pretty good shot because Matthew Logan starts 35th today. Row 4 actually, kind of interesting. Eli Bright, the only junior motorsports driver who has not won at least twice this season. He starts 7th alongside RSS Racing driver Corey Riggs. And lastly, in row 5, we have Joshua Sekuli, the lone JD Motorsports driver, trying to make the playoffs currently without a win. And next to him is Zachary Fitzwater Sr. So that's your running order here as far as the top 10 is concerned. Here's your top 5 point standings before the command. Matthew Logan leads 20 points over teammate Dale Lightning. Audra Baranowska's third, 26 back. Andrew Rich fourth, 35 back. And Eli Bright fifth, 56 back. I took a little longer than I wanted to, and I kind of made it difficult to hear me or the command to fire engines. Now anyways, we'll get into the rest of the top 10. Now for the top 10, I will state how many points back they are. Dylan Young is 6th, 73 back. Hunter Braxton 7th, 92 back. Ryan Brommer 8th, 94 back. Jonathan Zorlin 9th, 112 back. And Seth Cole is 10th, 119 points behind the points leader, Matthew Logan. Rest of your top 20 from 11th to 20th is Johnny Gardner, Sky Commons, Nico Tringali, Enzo Nareza, Bobo Jones. That's 15th. Down to 20th from 16th, James Ellison, 17th, Joshua Sekuli, 18th, Edwin Mendez, 19th, Samet Oskin, and 20th, RJ Bishop. That's your entire top 20. Coming into ISM, first driver out on points, it's Fitzwater, 32 points behind Samet Oskin. Nanako 40 back, and Cavanero 45 back. As we are green here at ISM, and Alan Cavanero with a bad start will allow Bishop to get into second place with ease, and we've already got 3 wide action at the front of the field. 3 wide action all the way through the field. So Andrew Rich is looking to be the first driver to get back-to-back wins since teammate Matthew Logan did it all the way back at the beginning of the year when he won at Richmond and then Nazareth in back-to-back races. Now these first 5 laps should give us a really good picture of who the top drivers are. And Dylan Young has already made it to the inside of RJ Bishop, so Bishop, while he did start third, it does not look like he's got a strong car, as Rich already has nearly a 1-second lead, and there's a lot of movement going on at the back of the field there. As you see, Bishop ran a 27.998. A lot of drivers behind him running way faster than that, so it looks like Bishop will not be in the top 10 for long today. Dylan Young by into second, Gardner for third. Now lap 3 should really give us a good idea, and yep, there it is. Dylan Young with a 3.41 to Rich's 27.5. Sekuli ran a 4.61, and Fitzwater with a 4.62. And Sekuli making a move on Alan Cavanero. That is for 5th place. Riggs is holding on to 7th for now. Fitzwater 8th, Bright 9th, and Braxton is trying to hold off 10th from Marty Johnson. The field very spread out. No accidents on the racetrack, as Dylan Young and Johnny Gardner try to start chipping away at the lead that Andrew Rich pulled on them. In fact, it looks like Gardner might be the car to beat here today. And on lap 5, we're still running faster lap times. Rich might just be taking his time warming up his stuff. But there's Sekuli. Look at how much faster Sekuli is through the middle of 1 and 2. Into turn 3 he goes. Sekuli will take 4th place away from RJ Bishop. And into the dogleg, he should be able to clear the 42. And into 3, he does just that. Cavanero holding on to 6th. Riggs in 7th. Teammate Fitzwater in 8th. These guys are having a pretty good run, and Fitzwater needs it if he's going to somehow catch Samet Oskin for that final playoff spot on points. Right now, Oskin sits in 15th place. I somehow went right by him. Not sure how fast he is. There's a bit of a breakaway right now from Fitzwater to Bright, as Bright battles it out with teammate Hunter Braxton for 9th place. Tringali side by side with Johnson, and Tringali is thinking about making it 3 wide. There's the 60 of Jesse Turner. Don't get him confused with Johnny Gardner. The schemes are very similar. And Braxton will clear Bright for 9th, and now that opens the door for Tringali to get 10th. Matthew Logan trying to get into the top 30. He's still 32nd with Ellison in 31st. Seth Cole 25th. He started outside the top 30. So Seth Cole seems to have a fast car. But the top times on the day go to Gardner, Young, Sekuli, Rich, and Braxton. And Rich leads. Young has gotten to the bumper of Andrew Rich. Gardner, however, has not been able to keep up that pace. We're already on lap 11. And remember that these drivers will not have to pit. Fall off has begun ever so slowly. And Young goes in a little too hard into turn 1. That's going to give back some of the time gained on the 1. It's kind of a 4-car breakaway right now. Bishop still holding on to 5th over Cavanero. As Braxton moves up to 9th, we'll see if he or Tringali, who's up to 10th, start closing in on Fitzwater. We're going to take a quick break here on lap 13, and we'll be back for more action from ISM Raceway. Welcome back to ISM Raceway. It's a 3-car battle for the lead between Andrew Rich, Dylan Young, and Johnny Gardner. Sekuli holding on in 4th, not really gaining anything, but not losing anything either. Bishop holding on to 5th. Corey Riggs has made it by Alan Cavanero for 6th place. Fitzwater in 8th as Tringali and Jones have made it by Braxton for position. And now Tringali challenging Fitzwater for 8th. Battle for 2nd place right here between Johnny Gardner and Dylan Young. And Gardner trying all he can to get it to stick on the bottom. You definitely need more grip if you're going to make a pass on the bottom here. This is going to allow Rich to pull away just a little bit. But through 1 and 2, Johnny Gardner completes the pass on Dylan Young. The two-time NRSL Mountain Dew for the Win Cup Series champion started the season off slow, but has really gotten into a groove as the season's progressed. They've made it all the way up to 11th in points, 18 points behind, or I'm sorry, 47 points behind 10th in points, Seth Cole. Gardner has 18 points over Sky Commons. And 38 points over Enzo Nareza. Those are the only danger drivers right here. If there were to be 4 new winners, but if he's one of those 4 new winners, he won't have to worry at all. All the pressure will go to Sky Commons. So Gardner's trying to get to the bumper of Andrew Rich, and Dylan Young has not given up. So they continue the race up front here. They're really pulled away from Sekuli now. Meanwhile, it looks like the battle could be on for that 5th place position. Tringali's made it up to 8th. Bobo Jones 9th as Fitzwater is going to fall outside the top 10. You can see it at the back of your screen off the corner. Braxton moves by for 10th place. That's another 2 points to Braxton. As Matthew Logan is still struggling. He's 31st on the track, and he'll lose a ton of points. Dale Lightning's not gaining a lot either. He's only 25th, and Baran Oscus is 16th. So for guys like Rich and Dylan Young, this is a huge blessing right now. They could gain a ton of points for the regular season championship. And coming in, Rich, we mentioned 56 back. Actually, no, that's Eli Bright. Rich is 35 points back of Matthew Logan. Dylan Young is 73 and a total of 38 behind Rich. And Braxton is 92 back, a total of 57 behind Rich. So those extra 2 points help Braxton minimize the damage. If Andrew Rich is to win this race, it would be better if it was Dylan Young leading right now. Anyways, Cavanero down to 8th. Tringali continuing to pick up positions as he'll pass Corey Riggs for 6th. Tringali comes into this event 13th in the standings, 16 back of Sky Commons. And Tringali has been on the move today, that's for sure. If he gets up to 5th place, RJ Bishop, and passes him, that's another 2 points for him for the race. So the field running strong. There's Braxton as Fitzwater is continuing to plummet. That's Jesse Turner now looking for 11th. Eli Bright has fallen out of the top 10 since he started the race. And even if you don't win this race, you kind of want, well, I'm thinking of someone else. Let me rearrange my thoughts here. For Zachary Fitzwater Sr., you want to finish ahead of Oskin. He's a few positions behind you in 17th. And you just got to just keep fighting. There's 19 laps to go now, I believe. So he's just got to keep fighting. Plus Senjoltis is coming up. That could be the big one if Oskin's in a wreck or Oskin misses the race. But Fitzwater, it looks like strong enough to hold off Eli Bright for now, so he'll settle into 13th. Battle on track between Cavanero and Riggs. Bobo Jones right here as well. Tringali continues to trail just behind RJ Bishop. Sekuli's in his own little world here, 3.5 seconds behind Andrew Rich. As Dylan Young is trying to fight back by Johnny Gardner. With 17 laps to go, we'll take one final break and return for the end of the race here at ISM Raceway. Andrew Rich has led every lap so far. We're back here at ISM Raceway as Bandicam had a little error there. It failed to initialize for a moment. That was kind of strange. We're going to be coming to 11 laps to go. I don't like the fact that I just Not supposed to do that. Gardner has just been trying any way he can to get by Gardner. Gardner has been trying any way he can to get by Rich. Young's just kind of been sitting there waiting for something to happen. I think Young would love to see them side by side. It might give him a chance to make it 3 wide, pass them both, because these cars, it looks like they're all pretty equal. Gardner would love a win. It would be 5 bonus points, and it would solidify himself into the playoffs. 10 laps to go. It's just not been possible. Nico Tringali up to 5th. Bobo Jones up to 7th. Cavanero has fallen to 10th. Remember, Cavi is trying to gain on Samet Oskin 2. Fitzwater still in 13th. Oskin still in 17th. Sekuli still in 4th. And Sekuli with this finish will pull even more points from the 22 of Oskin. And it's really starting to look like it's just going to be Oskin versus Fitzwater, Cavanero, and there's someone else that's ahead of Cavanero. Casey Nanako, Oskin's teammate. So it looks like it's between those 4, and those 3, Fitzwater, Nanako, and Cavi, they're all really close in points. Adam Flickinger was 38 behind Cavi coming in. He's been running 39th all day. Quentin Moore, 49 behind Cavi. He's been running terribly all day. Jesse Turner might gain something on Cavi, but he's actually kind of right there with him. So it's really down to those 3 being able to chase down Oskin unless someone else gets a surprise victory. Fitzwater, Nanako, and Cavanero, those are the 3 behind Samet Oskin. Those will be the only 3 that we'll really look at because Sekuli's going to get another top 5 here. I mean, he's going to get 43 points to Oskin getting 20 something. That's another 15 points, I think. So yeah, Dylan Young is starting to lose traction. And just look, this is how bad Adam Flickinger's been doing today. He's strangling behind here with Wyatt Anderson. And Brian Tremblay has fallen 2 laps down, so not sure what happened to him. Is he on pit road? No, he's not on pit road anymore. But it looks like problems for him. He's actually between Sekuli and Tringali. 5 laps to go at the line. Gardner is really peaking now, and he makes a move as Cavanero has blown up. Huge playoff implications for Alan Cavanero as the engine lets go on lap 43. And that is huge. He comes in to this race a total of 45 points behind Samet Oskin. I believe it was 45. Yes, 45. 45 points behind Austin coming in, and now he's going to lose a ton of points as battle for the lead coming to 3 to go. Gardner looking to the inside, but he has to check up there through 3 and 4. He goes way low in the dog leg. That opens the door for Dylan Young. But Gardner gets a really good corner entry there into 1. They'll be coming to 2 to go. Has time run out for Gardner to make a move on Rich? Or will this lap traffic play a role? Something wrong with the header there on Cavanero. That really hurts him out. How did that hurt the running order? Because he was up there. Jesse Turner's up to 10th now. Fitzwater still 11th. Oskin in 15th. So Cavanero going to lose 25 points to Oskin. That's probably going to put him in a must-win situation. But we're coming to the white flag, and Andrew Rich is looking to lead every lap and get his 4th win of the season and join teammate Dale Lightning at that win mark. He's also looking to join Matthew Logan as the 2nd driver to go back-to-back on main event wins. Gardner with his last chance. Can he do anything? Into turns 3 and 4. Rich kind of blocked by Adam Flickinger. But he's going to put the 6th lap down as he gets his 4th victory of Season 3 and his 2nd in a row. And Andrew Rich has really come alive here at the end of the regular season. Gardner gave it all he could, but 2nd place will be a great point stay as now 2 drivers are confirmed to make the playoffs on points. Which 2 drivers that will be, we still don't know. But I think with this point stay from Gardner, he might just lock in one of those positions. Dylan Young, 3rd, Sekuli, 4th, Tringali, 5th, Bishop, Jones, Braxton, Riggs, Turner, your top 10. Fitzwater, 11th. Oskin gets 15th. Nanako, 16th. Other drivers trying to make the playoffs on points. Enzo Nareza, 18th. Sky Commons, 19th. And those are the kind of guys that Gardner's looking down. How many points do I have over these guys like Nareza, like Commons? Well, you've got a lot more over them now, Johnny. Next race on the schedule is Denver as we continue the West Coast swing. Matthew Logan comes home 28th today. So not the best run for him either. 21st for Dale Lightning, so we could see a new points leader. But you'll find all that out once we get to Denver. And I will see you guys then for the heat races. Denver should be a pretty interesting race. I'm looking forward to it. That's it for me today. See you guys at Denver.